Hello everyone. So I've got K1 Locks Pure in here. It's got some really wicked bitting on it. It'll turn counterclockwise fairly well. It'll do clockwise also, but there's kind of a hang. And I just spent 12 minutes trying to pick it clockwise. I stuck the key in here and noticed that it will do that, but we got some really wicked bitting in here. I've got a really low cut on 1 that protects 2 and 3. 4 is another low cut, protecting a really high number 5. So it's pretty rough, and I'm probably going to want to do a whip by video on it because every time I try to pick it, I don't get very far, just a little bit of a false set. But I'm going to try counterclockwise this time, and I'm going to use an SS Dev. One of these two. I'll try to use this guy. He's got a little more pronounced like hump on him. 1 I shouldn't touch too much. Touch too much, ACDC. And 2 is give me false sets and counter rotation. 5 is really hard to get into without bumping into 4. You have to drop the pick down into the warding and come back up. I hear a dog whining. Right, that's 4. I don't want to hit you. I'm trying to use 2 different picks sometimes too because these are so sharp. Go over here, get to this one. He's a little bit thinner. Pretty much got to go off this warding over here. But like I said, I've gotten false sets out of this thing. But I've not come close to opening it. Not even close, so I'm going to do a whip by just to get it out of the way. Oh, that was really hard. That was number 4, which I probably shouldn't have been touching. Right, hell, they're all springy. Except for 1. I know I don't want to touch 1 much either. 5, I can't really get back to him. He's not binding. That was 2. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into this guy. I don't mind doing a whip by because people put a lot of challenge locks out there and a lot of work into them, and if they kick somebody's butt and it doesn't get videotaped, you never know. You never know if you did a good lock or not, you know. Your only source as a challenge lock maker is the video feedback. So when he picks it, fine. Then you know, hey, they had fun picking it, or it was easy enough, you know, that they could get into it. If you want to make it more difficult. But the ones that are really good that you did, you may never know about because they never get it videotaped. If they keep getting passed on and don't get videotaped. But Bosnian Bill did a whip by today, and it was a standard lock. It was built by a locksmith, but it was a regular lock that they put standard pins in, but it had pretty wicked warding in it. And he didn't think it was that wicked. He thought it was open, but he even tried his Kronos pick gun on it and couldn't get it open. So he tried raking it, all kinds of tricks, you know, and he couldn't get into it. So it's good to know that anybody can be whipped by a lock, especially a challenge lock. And we're not all super great pickers, you know. I mean, I'll admit I'm not the best. But if I run into a lock like this one that I can't get open, well, I can't send it back to K1 because he made it and he can pick it. But I'll send it to somebody else that's that I, if I really wanted to see what was inside of it or how easy it is to get into it, I'll send it to somebody that I know can pick it open. But there you go. That's I'm gonna do a whip by at 5 minutes already on this one, going counterclockwise. I'll give it 1 more minute. But yeah, this lock is tough, and I'm curious as to what the pins look like inside. I've got a pinning tray down here. Not that I was repinning a lock that I picked open before. That's one. Yeah, and everybody fell back. You heard that? Click, 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 click. That's two. Three. He didn't give me anything. Kind of skipping. Four. No, I think I hit him. So yeah, it's on to other locks because I'm not getting into this one. There you go, you whip me. You whip me with your wicked warding, and I mean not warding, wicked bidding and nasty pins, which we'll probably find out here. Push them in there. We also have these construction keys you got to watch out for. This one's not as skeleton on its core. It must be one of the older quick sets because of this threading. We'll see a little threading. You reposition him. Switch him around, get him over here. Get this camera angle. Let me put this guy down here. Look at my camera angle better. There you go. Get down there where you can see you. Very organized table here. Organized with everything in a way. Hey now. Alright, let's get this guy. I can't push back anymore. All my junk's in the way. Come on, man. Some of y'all have got to move. I'll put everything in little jars, or not everything, but most of my picks and stuff in little jars, and then the jars are blocking the movement. There we go. I need a little bit of room. This is the small pinning tray. There we go. Alright, enough of your yammering, and get to work here. Right. One is just a very long standard. Two is a very long standard. Three, another standard. Four, another standard. And five doesn't want to come out. He's a very, I don't know if you can see that, he's very deep in there. Let me get, no wonder I had a problem getting this guy open. Five is like specially shaved down to come out of there. Whoa. Very small number five there. Turn you around. Turn you around later, mate. I'll turn you around right now. There we go. Yeah, that number five is what stopped me, I think, because four is so long, as you can see down there, that when you try to push five up, you're going to overset four. And he doesn't need anything special or fancy down here. These are all just standard pins. The threading is because those are so deep. Number 2 is countermilling all the way around. So we've got countermilling in 2. I don't know if you can see that little ring goes all the way around. Countermilling, threading on 1, 2, 3. I mean, 3, 4, 5. Very nicely done there. Let's go see what he's got up top. Probably serrations. I didn't get a lot of deep false sets, so I don't know if we're going to run into a lot of spools. Let me get my shimulus out of the way. Get him over here. Get this guy orientated so he'll trap him properly when it comes out. Are we in focus? Let's zoom in a bit so you can see what's happening in the world of... Here we come. The theme. See both of him. Push this guy back. Yep, serrated city. Drop him out. Put him the way he was oriented. Looks like a standard double serrated pin. Let me move this guy back. So he's in there. Alright, we got him. Let's pull him spring out. The steel spring. See if I'm in focus. Yes. This is a pin and pin. Something weird going on there. Let's see, either a spring or something's wrapped around this pin here. I'm gonna drop him the way he was. It's like a piece of wire. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on there, but it's like a little washer. It's a very interesting pin right here. I'll zoom in on him later. No wonder, that's pin 4. Right. So far the Bible looks like there hasn't been anything done to it as far as threading and stuff. Oops. Spoke too soon. There's threading on number 3. Wow. Look at this guy. It looks like a key pin that was converted into a very nicely done triple serration there. That is very nice. But yeah, that guy's threaded, and the spring is, he's trapped in there. I'm not going to yank him out. That might change the tension. But that threading might have caught up that spring in there, but that driver was still working. We got another serrated, double serration in 4. Well, his spring is sticking up, so I'm going to get him. It's also steel. And it is also threaded. And number 5. Whoa. What a wicked pin in number 5. Nicely designed to go down there in that deep drop-off where that tiny little driver is sitting. And all of that was active. All of that was working. Very nicely done. I don't mind saying so. This was a very good lock. And his spring is also trapped in there. I'm going to leave him in there. But I don't know if you can see that. Let me get it in focus. So we've got threading in 3. That's not really threading. That's just something weird. Let me get a probe just to make sure. Yeah, that's not threading in 1 and 2. But in 3 and 4, very nice sharp threads. And number 5 is standard. The spring is down there. We'll pull him out. It's a copper spring. Looks like 2 of them. No, it's just 1. Here's a copper spring. I'm going to leave him in there, but you can see he's a copper spring. He's in there, so let me zoom in on the pins. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but yes, a very nice lock. I don't mind doing a whip buy on excellent work and excellent, thought gone into this lock here to achieve a whip buy, which don't mind doing. Like I said, let me get down on the pins where you can see them. Let me unzoom a little bit here. There we have. Focus, please. Focus. Let me get my Probulus. Right, so like a very long standard driver one, but very nice serrated right there and there. This guy, like I said, he's got that little ring, like a piece of steel wrapped around him, almost like a washer, a split washer. Very nice. That would have given you a really odd sensation and varied depending on where it landed in the picking as to how that would affect you. Everything's standard on the bottom. Very nicely serrated. I mean, this camera's not doing it just, but these are very deep and very sharp. Same way with this one over here. And this guy, very wicked. So, very cool, K1. Very cool lock. And don't mind saying so. Kick my butt. If any chipmunks were involved, it's about time. They haven't been fed in a while.